Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of What She Said right here on redmediaradio.com. And if you're viewing us, then welcome back to another podcast right here on YouTube. You're viewing us. And I'm your host, Latif, and I'm also the owner of Anaj Health and Beauty. You can find me on Facebook at INOJ Health and Beauty. Been busy working on some new products here. Loving the results for myself and my little hair model, Olivia, the O of Anaj Health and Beauty. So we'll be debuting those products soon. And I'm also the inventor of What She Said, the card game, which you can also find on the Facebook page, INOJ Health and Beauty, the card game for women, about women, invented by this woman right here. We have Miss Janisa, co-owner of Student Apparel.
Hey, you can find Student on Google, social media, also on YouTube, and at www.stuenxproducts.com.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen and everybody, really, tonight's topic is something that I think that we all should do. We should just do it, and it is what it is. I think a lot of us feel this way, but then we also have reservations sometimes, and maybe a little human nature. And that topic is just do you. Just do you. You'll be happy, you'll be satisfied, and a lot of us are already at that point. But once you get to that point, it is a refreshing, liberating feeling when you really just do you. So, Denise, first we're going to start with the men. We're going to start with the men. Last week was a little, you know what? I like to balance things out. I don't want to say last week was negative. It may have been a little, we talked about some feelings that weren't so good within us. And here at What She Said is about women and the things that go on in our lives. It's not always about venting. The goal is never negativity. So I wanted to balance that out and leave everyone with a happy feeling, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. You're 6 feet above, so it should be a happy feeling. So, Janisa, about the men and do you. What is it? Let's go.
Oh boy. Let me see. For the men, just do you. Dang. With the BS, the ones that are about the BS all the time, just do you. just
what she said. If that's your thing, then do you.
Right. Be honest. Say, hey, that's what I'm about. And I think it's not, if it's the truth or if it's how you feel, I don't think it's necessarily negative. So I don't mean that like just be nasty. You know what I mean? Just if that's who you are, just say that. And do you.
What she said. I'm gonna say just do you. If you are I'm not a man, but I've overheard this new thing going on, the simps. They call them simps. I don't know if it means that they're loyal or they're too. I don't know what it means. I really don't know. I have to ask one of my the young men in my life, because I've heard that plenty of times, even in conversations with certain young men. But he a simp, man. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go along with this conversation. I don't really know what a simp is, but I'm using context clues, and I'm gonna say for the men that are being labeled simps, man, do you? If you love that woman and you want to be loyal and you want to be faithful and you want to spoil her, I might be wrong. That might not even be what they mean when they say a simp. Whatever, you get emotional over whatever. Do you? Forget them bros. Ain't no bros over. You know what? No.
Oh, what she said.
Not even the gardening tool. You feeling some kind? No, he can do him.
Yeah, I have been hearing that a lot. I think it would be like the equivalent of when we call certain types of dudes cornballs. You know what I mean? No. I think that's where they're going with it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I feel you. Like if you like that woman, like you said, if you like that woman, now I don't be stupid about it. And I think that's where the simp part comes in.
Okay.
Because some men could, some people could just be kind of foolish. But if you ask me, at the end of the day, if the person is grown and they want to be, like you said, you want to be a simp, hey, you are grown. You can do whatever you want to do.
What she
So
said.
yeah. Let me see. For the men, do you? If you want to be a good man, do you?
What she said.
Be good. Be good to your lady or your dude or whoever you with. You know, just if that's what you want to do you. Don't be ashamed to be a good man, and be good to your person.
Right. What she said. You always get in their ears. Their homies be getting in their ears. I don't, not at this age, but when I was younger,
Oh, that
always
shoot.
try and get somebody to cheat or something like. Mm-mm-mm.
What she said, yeah, nah. Be that good man. Ain't that, it's okay. It's cool.
What she said. Let me see. For the men, do you? I I don't know. I guess for the younger guys, if you don't want to be out there smoking all day and hanging out on the block, you don't have to just because your friends want you to. Do you? Whatever it is you like to do, don't hide the fact that you read. When they come to the door, open the door with the book in your hand.
What she said.
Like, nah, I ain't coming out today. I'm on chapter 18. It's getting real good too. Nah, I'm good. Do you?
Right.
You do not have to be out there on no.
What she said. Yes, yeah, I understand. We were young at some point, and it can be hard, and you feel like certain things matter, and you feel like this is important, and you feel like in 10, 20 years certain things are going to matter. But not like you said, just if you want to be smart, if you want to be educated, like you said, if you're in the house reading and you don't want to come out because she is getting good, do you go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with being smart.
What she said.
Most women are attracted to it.
What she said.
I'm just saying.
What she said. What else you got for the men?
Let me see. Do you? Let me see. Do you if taking care of your kids? Do you?
What she said.
Take care of the kids. If that's who you are, take care of your kids. Be proud. Don't feel like you got to be like anybody else or like something is wrong with that. Do you take care of those babies?
What she said.
Or baby, whichever. However many you have.
What she said. What she said. Let me see. Wait a minute. Do you? With those cars, spicing them all up. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I know, I mean, I don't know. I'm guilty of talking trash. It's just a car. Oh my God, you tripping. Oh my God, all I did was left a chip bag in the car.
Oh gosh, what she said, like, right, don't drop a crumb. They be, some of them like dude.
Man, they have to clean his cars. But you know what? That I'm coming at myself. Do you? Don't worry about me. You want to keep a clean car. You want to wax the tires. You want to wipe off the steering wheel every time I touch it. Go ahead. Do you? Do you? That's your car. That's your baby.
But she said, yeah. Let me see. Do you? If you don't cook, or you do, but just state that. Let whoever know. don't try if it ain't you and you can't do it and you don't do it well. Don't try. Just do you. Just go ahead. Whatever. However you manage it. Buying food.
What she said.
Whatever. Just don't try to tell somebody you can do something you can't do just to impress them.
What she said.
Especially not with food. I don't know. I get offended. I get offended, but you're waiting for it, and you're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna eat something," and then you make sure you're hungry, so you can eat. Well, I don't know. I do that, but so I can eat quite, so I can eat whatever. But so I want it to be good. So if you can't, just do you and say, "Hey, that's not me,"
What she said. What she said. Let's see, for the men. I'm trying to get into a man's world, which is never, ever, ever going to happen. It's not going to happen. I only can go by what I hear, see, eavesdrop.
I use eavesdrop.
Try to figure out the conversation. Do you if you know, I don't know. I mean, if you into sports and you want to watch sports all day, do you? They gonna do it anyway.
What she
Do
said.
you? I'm definitely one. I get aggravated. I hate the quarters and game. It's like, especially if somebody say, "Oh, we gonna 13 minutes." It's only third. Oh no, I'm not.
Oh
I'm gonna go
nah,
more.
right.
It's only 3 minutes. I'm expecting like, okay, so in 2 minutes I'm gonna go ahead and grab my bag, get my stuff together. We running out during halftime. Halftime in 3 minutes. All right. I'm like, damn, well, it's like 12 minutes.
Right.
What kind of three? What kind of time are
Right.
y'all on?
That 3 minutes could be 20 minutes. That quarter could be 15 minutes.
Yeah, right. Us
Nah.
women, we need that time, and that's the time that we need. We the ones that say 3 minutes and really be a half hour. It happens in the games.
What she said.
But
Yeah,
do you?
we gotta think about it. Think about sports, ladies, in terms of us. So we know if we say 5 minutes, that's like 20 minutes. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I used to get on my nerves. I don't really watch sports too much anymore. But
I'm too antsy. I can't watch them. I can barely get through a movie.
It depends. I feel you. If I lay down trying to watch a movie, it's over. I can't lay down. I can sit up and watch a movie for the most part, but if I try to lay down,
my it's bad. It's horrible. I'll read this how some movies. I read the synopsis. I fast forward to certain parts, but like, okay, now I start putting pieces together. I'm just a weird.
So you just skim through the movie. Okay, I got
it. Yeah. Somebody go to a movie now, I don't want to see it, but then I'll be the one asking all about it. I ain't trying to. I'm like, I'm never gonna watch it. Just tell me, and I'll actually feel like I seen it. Oh, okay.
What she said. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about the women, the do yous for the women, right here on redmediaradio.com.
You cannot be a believer until you see your old life and the misery thereof and want to.
You will find true success and happiness if you have only one goal. There really is only one, and that is this: to fulfill the highest, most truthful expression of yourself as a human being. You want to max out your humanity by using your energy to lift yourself up, your family, and the people around you. Theologian Howard Thurman said it best. He said, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive.
All right, we're back right here on redmediaradio.com with What She Said. I'm your host, Latif, and of course I have my lovely co-host, Miss Janisa, and we are talking about doing you. It's not our word. It's not. It's just our opinions. It's really just our opinions. So Janisa, go ahead with the women.
Do you, if you are confident in yourself, do you, baby?
What she said.
Dress how you want to dress, look how you want to look, whatever. Even though I may say something.
What she said.
But I don't feel like I do it like in a malicious way, and I would never like make that person feel any kind of way. I'm just like, no, baby, that doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that about men. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not just women. It's you know, you see some men come out, you be like, what the fuck? I seen a dude with the tightest jeans I've ever seen on a man in my life. Like I was like, how did he get into them? They were so tight, cut so tight. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
And then they be scared. These little skinny dudes with these little tight
jeans. Yeah.
I mean, do you? But you know.
What she said.
Wow, just so you know.
Yeah. For women, do you shoot everything? Do you? Period. Like, we too hard on each other. Like, do you? Don't worry about what people say. Like, period. Just do you, because one thing, being a woman, women want to talk, and women worry about the wrong things, and women want to be asking polling questions about, like, it's none of your business. Do you?
What she said.
Like, do you? For me personally, I literally was in the store the other day, and I had all my girls, and people was like, oh wow, because like I go to the store all the time, and I just run to the store. I don't. Sometimes I might have one with me, like whoever's up in the morning or whatever. And they was like shocked, like, oh, you got, I didn't know you had, and I'm like, please, I got 8. I ain't gonna be sitting here like 8. Yup, it's 8 of them. And
Right.
and they were like, oh wow, like that's powerful. And this one young boy was like, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Like, I love it. I'm proud of you. I was getting a standing ovation in the store, and I'm like, but I wasn't like, cause some people be acting like you're supposed to be ashamed. Nope, I got 8. I might have more. It depends.
What she said.
Right. Like, we strong up in here.
What she said, right. Do you ladies, if you wanna have however many children you want to have, as long as you are taking care of them and ain't got putting them on everybody under the sun, do you.
What she said.
If you want them to have a different, every one of them to have a different dad, do you. That is your business. Your business. I know, I feel you. People think you're supposed to be ashamed of stuff like that. Like, I have 5, and except my twins. My twins have the same dad, but I mean, I don't know. It's never something I felt like, oh, I'm ashamed of it, or people, you know how people do. They look at you funny, or they're like, oh my gosh, like, how about sit down and ask me what happened? You know what I mean? I personally don't believe in bringing children into a situation that I know is not working out. If I know it's not going to work out, I'm not going to bring another child. That's just me personally. There's nothing wrong with it. Do you? However you want to have your kids, whatever you want to bring your kids into, do you? I just feel like you said, don't worry about people. I don't worry about what people got to say, because if you ask me, I tell you why.
What she said.
Why it happened the way it happened.
What she said.
You feel me? So yeah, do you? You want to have multiple kids, fathers, and you want to be married a few times? Like, do you, baby?
Yeah, what she said. Yeah, I don't know that we walk down the street probably like we all together. Right? I don't even get. I mean, because ain't like we looking crazy. Like they,
right.
They're well behaved. We go out and stuff, and
right.
I don't look now in the house. Can I say they like that? No.
Right? What she said. Yeah, I used to get compliments on my kids, like in school. They're like, "Oh, they're so well behaved. They're so quiet in public." Or if I left them with, with people over there, they'd be like, "Oh, well, not people, but like my family."
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh man, they're so well behaved." I'm like, "Yeah, like you said, at home."
Yeah.
But that's the good part. That lets you know you are definitely doing something right.
They know.
They know, right? They know. Okay, we can act up a little bit in the house.
Yeah. Do you?
But when we go out, we got to be representing mom well, and if we don't,
what she said, yeah. I'm like, all right. Well, look, as you see, because Jenna, she like, I gotta be good.
She trying to do her.
What's your next one?
She is trying to do her right now. She said, look, y'all are talking, laughing, having a good time. Shoot, I'm trying to be there for a part of that too. Like, do you, little cousin? Do you?
What else you got for the women?
Let me see. Do you, if you want to forgive your man?
Oh, what she said?
If you choose to forgive him, and I feel like this, whatever you choose, if you choose to continue with the bad behavior, or if you see he has changed it and it's going to be different, I feel like this, do you?
Yeah, it's nobody's business.
It sure isn't. And nobody's going to leave or do something until they're ready to do it.
But she said,
you can say all day, hey, oh, she shouldn't be with him. She shouldn't be with her, whoever, they shouldn't be together. But do you?
What she said?
I wouldn't say even if he's going upside your head, but I
Oh
don't.
God.
I don't condone, but I don't condone that. But at the same time, you can't tell grown people what to do. You know that,
What she
like, if that
said?
makes
Yeah.
sense. I'm not trying to say, okay, no, stay with a man who's beat. No, don't do that. But if you don't feel like you want to leave, then you should leave.
Mm,
I'm not saying you shouldn't leave, but if that's how you feel, if you feel like, hey, it's gonna be better or whatever, I don't know. Do you?
yeah. What she said? Yeah. I think on that note, do you meaning get your plan ready?
Exactly.
Get your plan ready and do you. Don't. Yeah.
Exactly. Don't maybe don't let somebody rush you. You know the situation. You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But from my understanding, that can be difficult. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a fine line. Like I said, I'm not trying to say I'm not condoning it. I don't believe that anybody should be beating on anybody in a relationship. But like you said, do you make that plan, get it together, and go on about your business.
Mm-hmm. Do you? Yeah. Let me see. For the ladies, do you? I don't know. I just feel like that explains it because, like I said, I think that we're just too. Let me see. Do you? If you know what? If this is gonna sound weird, this is gonna sound crazy, but if you're not the homemaking type, if you ain't Betty Crocker, do you? I mean, everybody is not. Everybody's dreams and aspirations isn't to be what is it, Joan Cleaver? Like,
right, what she said. And this is not the 50s or the 60s. We are in a whole nother era, and yeah,
you know,
I feel
split
you
them
do.
chores, split them duties up. Shoot, you ain't got to do
Absolutely.
it all.
Absolutely, what she said. Hey,
Don't.
yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
No, I about to say, don't feel bad about it because my children be looking at me like,
No,
we
ma'am.
supposed, like, like you got the bathroom, you got, and they looking at me like, it's your, like, looking at me almost like they want to say, it's your job. No, it's everybody. No, I'm doing me. If I want to sit here and lay back while y'all clean.
What she said. But yeah, if that's what you, like you said, whatever you choose to do, I like cleaning. Cleaning is fun to me. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I still have help. Even though I do a lot of it, I still, I'm glad I have a spouse who will help and is willing to help. And my daughters they're willing to help and do stuff. But I just find it relaxing. And I like to clean to relax and clear my mind. So, but like you said, if that ain't you though, but if that's not you, do you?
Right? What she said.
Do you? Like you
It's
said,
very therapeutic. It is therapeutic though.
It is, but I feel like I understand. I got you, cousin. When everybody lives in the house, everybody uses a bathroom, everybody uses a kitchen, everybody does this. I don't feel like it should be solely all on one person. So I totally agree with you on that one. Like, yeah. Because you got to teach your kids to take care of themselves. And you start now. You start when they're little. You don't start teaching them when they're like 14, 15, about ready to get up out the house. That's not when you teach them.
Yeah, what she said.
You teach them,
and it's
when
just
they're little.
problems. It causes more problems.
It sure does.
I know from learning from my own mistakes. Spoiled, yeah. Seriously, like, and people, even like my close friends and stuff, like, one thing about T, she gonna spoil them children. Can't never say that you neglect your children. You spoiled the hell out of them, but you know what? It came back in the worst way.
It does.
And I tell them too. I should listen to my dad used to tell me, you gotta be mean to them. Just be mean to them. That way. That way,
said, Uncle. What she?
You gotta be mean. I'm telling you gotta be mean to them. But how I go, all kissing, all fat cheek, and all that, and they don't. They end up broke, depressed, stressed, ready to choke them because they feel like.
Yeah. What she said, though. Nah, I agree with you. Absolutely. You do have to be careful. I would. Shoot, when my kids were smaller, I would just tell them no just because.
Yeah.
I'd be eating it right in their face. I'd be like, no.
What she said?
You know, but I don't, you want them to learn that life is, you can't, number one, you can't always get what you want.
What she
I don't
said?
care how old you are, who you are, what you're doing. Sometimes you're going to hear no.
What she
So,
said?
I figured, hey, I'd get them ready for it.
What she said? Yeah, it's way more downsides. It don't make you look like a good parent spoiling them children. It is hard. It's hard on you for being irresponsible and spoiling them babies. I mean, the only good thing that I could say that I noticed with all my children is they're not beggars. They can go somewhere and somebody can be eating a good snack. They won't ask for it. Like my 3-year-old, when she's in the store, she ain't like all thirsty, begging for everything. She can look at the stuff and walk right on by. Oh, look, Mom, that's nice. And she'll just go. Like, they don't just be asking for stuff in stores and stuff. Not all of them, some of them. But like when they're around other people, they not begging, they not acting needy or nothing like that. But other than that, that's it. Everything else, stress, press, make me want to choke them. And I gotta remember I'm the one that did the damage. So yeah.
What she said. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I spoiled them a little bit, but I always tried to stay away from doing too much because it's in our nature as human beings. Like if we receive too much, we tend to be ungrateful. we tend to expect that's how it works, and it's not
don't work like that. Cause you problems, especially with them boys.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of grown men out here who got too much when they were younger.
She said.
So now they don't know how to act around women or other people when they're told no. It's like, oh my goodness, I can't live, I can't cope. But no, you can. You'll be all right.
What she said, yeah.
You'll
What
be
she
all
said.
right.
But so on that note, I'm into saying I shouldn't have did me. I probably should have took some parent. I'm telling you, like, I mean, they got me in here like going crazy, but every time I'm like, damn, why I should never spoiled you?
Yeah, what she said.
Never spoiled your ass.
Yeah. Luckily, I was fortunate enough in the military. When you in the military, when you get pregnant with multiples, you have to take a parenting class.
What she said?
It's a requirement, and I feel like that should be. To be honest, I feel like that should be across the board. You should at least have to take a couple of days of a parenting class, or even go read a book. It's not gonna give you the blueprint. Don't get me wrong. Everything is not gonna work, and everything is not solid and for every kid. But it does help you a little bit. I feel like it did help me a little bit to be a better parent.
Absolutely.
And to be better with dealing with children, because the things I know some of the things I learned were not right.
What she said?
We don't. Sometimes we don't know.
They playing little mind games.
Yeah.
I think I should have really said one piece of advice. Like that. Be mean. There'd be a new baby. You gotta be mean too. I'm like, damn.
What she said?
Like, you know what?
You do kind of have to be hard. Like you do. You really do. It's well now when it's your grandbaby, that's different. It is so. Cause I can't wait for you. Oh man, it is so different. It really is. I wish I could explain it. I did not understand it until it's different. Like it's just
because you can give them back. That's
right. My poor she I can't. My granddaughter is not a bad child.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very mature little lady.
Aw.
She doesn't ask for a lot, when she's here, even though sometimes she does get on my nerves because she'll be like, little kids, they want something to eat. I don't want to eat that. And I'm like, girl.
Yeah, right.
But I will, and I didn't even do this for my own kids, sorry kids, but I will go make her something different.
Aww.
I won't do that for anybody. My stepkid, I won't even do that. I'll be like, no, you better eat what I give you.
Right, what she said. Well, on that note, we're going to leave that with this sweet note right there. We'll be right back right here on redmediaradio.com with What She Said.
Ethereal Collection.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
Ethereal Collection. The fashion line inspired by Red Media Radio.
All right, everybody, we're back. So we talked about the men, we talked about the women. All good, clean. I can't even say advice, opinions, really, because shoot, I can't give no advice on parenting, ladies. I ain't gonna sit here in front. I ain't gonna front like I can. I'm not, I'm just not. I'm getting better though. Shoot, I'm getting better.
That's what matters.
But now we're gonna talk about the children, which we kind of just leaned our way right on in. So what advice you have for the children if it comes to doing you?
Shoot, for the kids, do you if you want to be smart. If you, if not if you want to be, if you are, don't do you. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say, or anybody thinking you're what is it too good, or you think it's sometimes they think they're better than everybody else because they want. Nah, go ahead, do you. Educate yourself, and I'm not just talking about being book smart. Just educate yourself about the world overall. Mm-hmm. So do you, kids, be smart. Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, she said, let me see. Do you with the children? I mean, oh, you know what? All right, the little ones. Do you get dressed? Put pink and red on. If that's what you're gonna do. Go ahead, put a tutu and a pair of jeans on. And, I mean,
what she said.
Do you? I mean, I'm thinking about my 3-year-old Jill. One thing that girl gonna do is put about 10 outfits together in one day. It is gonna be some crazy outfits. We was out the other day. She had like a short romper on. Then she put the tutu over the shirt. I'm like, Jill, the shirt, that's the outfit. No, I need my skirt. Then I tried to put the shirt on and take the romper off. No, I'm wearing this with my shirt. She knew what she wanted. I'm like, hey, do you? You gotta match a little something. I'm like, oh, you gonna be the one. You going to get a job early, cause. And then she'll get dressed first before everybody else will put her little hands on her hip and check you out what you wearing and be like, okay, like she making sure you look good too.
Look, you can't be out with her. You don't look good too. She said, look, I got my own style. You can't touch this. Like, don't mess with this. I'm gonna make sure you match me. I don't blame her. That's funny. I used to do that with my second oldest, Maya, boy. She would put some shit. I still go out with her now sometimes I be like, all right, hold on now. We can't that's too much. But for the most part, shit, to be honest, I don't really notice what she has on because I'm not out there worrying about what people think or what people have to say. That's why I say, going back to earlier, like as far as, the women, do you dress how you want to dress? It doesn't matter if somebody has something to say about you. Just do you.
People always have something to say.
Sure will. They sure will.
Yeah. Speaking of the children, that's what I tell mine. Do like for real, like do you, and don't worry about nobody else. If it's something, and I think I don't know, for the most part, and I ain't bragging, but I don't know. I mean, that's probably something I did good as a parent. I'm good with the spiritual stuff. I had them talks with them, them deep conversations. But like that's one thing I can say. I don't be saying my children not heard envious, hate. I never heard them like having conversations, hating on nobody. They don't. We don't do that here. We don't do that. They don't. They don't, they'll go out of their way to support a friend. Like, they've asked me to drive. I'm like, drive where?
What she
friend,
said,
I'm like, all right, you know what? Because it's for that. That's right. That's right. I want you to be that person.
What she said.
It ain't enough of that. So, yeah, do you. If you don't want to be a hater and you go around a bunch of haters, people talking trash about others, don't be a person that talks about other people. Unless you be the one that stands up and speaks up for other people when somebody's talking about them behind their back. Don't be following no trends. Yeah, for the most part. I think they like in between, like they want to be like not weird, but at the same time do their own thing.
What she said.
Yeah, do you. Just be who you are. It'll make your life way better as an adult. Don't be out here worried about nobody. The people that's talking trash, trust me, ain't got it all together.
What she said.
The ones that always got something to say, always judging. Why do people do this and why do people do that? I don't know. Why don't you look in the mirror and answer the question?
What she said.
Wow.
Definitely.
Yeah, for the children, just do you. Don't worry about it. Just all that stuff don't mean all that name, brand, and if you don't like it, don't wear it.
Exactly. Cause shit, if you ask me, a lot of it ain't cute. I think I think a lot of these, like, especially like the shoe, I think so ugly to me. And I'm like, people are jumping on it and gotta have it. I gotta do this and that. Like you said, the super expensive. Like, come on, don't break your pockets or you really broke trying to look like somebody else.
What she said.
No, that's. Like I said, a lot of it is ugly to me. It is. I'm like,
but you be an individual.
Somebody's spending $300, $400, $500, $600 on those shoes, and they're so ugly. They don't even look comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even look realistic. Like, I don't understand it.
What she said.
So for the kids, do you be yourself?
Yeah. What else you got for the children?
What else do I have for the children? Do you, like you said, if you want to be different? I don't want to say weird because the definition of weird is unnatural.
Mm-hmm. But she said.
So if you have your own style, like you said, little mama, she had little. You want to wear a romper with a tutu. You know what I mean? Like that's just called. I mean, that's style. Like if you look at fashion overall, fashion is a broad range. Like,
What she said.
It's not really just one set. Just this is how it is. If you ever look at fashion shows and see some of the stuff, like I said, some of the stuff is just wild.
What she said, yeah.
So yeah, when it comes to fashion, understand, just do you.
What she said is yours. It's your personal. It's your identity. It's not for everybody to be like, no, it's born. It's born. Normal is born. Perfect is born.
What she said.
What else for the children do you?
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. I think everything we saying kind of coincides, but I don't know. I mean, I only go by. I mean, the only children I'm around right now. I haven't taught in 2 years, but if you don't want to, be a social butterfly, then do you? You don't have to be, I don't know. I admire my daughter, my 14-year-old, so much because she is like the prime. I always say, girl, you the prime example of minding my business. Like at formal time, I was like, oh, your friends going for the formal? I don't know. Closer, I say, okay, well, it is kind of early in the school year. Even up to the week, I'm like, oh, your friends going to formal? I don't know. I'm like, girl, you the prime example of minding. I'm like, I love it. This is what women need. We need you. We need you. You mind your. She don't talk trash about nobody. I'm like, wow, like she makes me feel like I did a good job. I'm like, all those talks I had since you were a little girl, like, she don't judge nobody. And even I could tell when it's people that's not her cup of tea, she don't make it like a big deal. It's just like, I just don't, like right. She's in high school this year. So first of all, I know her high school graduation, I'll be crying like a baby because the children that are her grade, that's the year I started teaching the same grade she was in, but at another school. So now that they're all in high school, a lot of them are there with her. So I'm like, oh, do you see my students? You know, she like, and I'm like, is there any students from that school? Yeah. I'm like, what's their names? I don't know. So it's like, you know, I'm like, Bonnie, you like, you know, it's high school, big deal. I'm like, girl, you could end up knowing a lot of people from the beginning. That's a good head start. She looked at me like, I don't give a crap.
Right. I don't blame you, little cousin. That was me.
Yeah, she definitely does. Her, I'm like, you walk through this class to anybody? No. I'm like, you know anybody? I don't know. She like, I'm like, yo, you the bomb, girl. You the bomb. Like that's how you gotta be.
Yeah.
So even if it's somebody she don't really care for, a certain type of girl, she ain't got no problem. It's just like, oh, they in my class. Like, it's not a big like, you know, yeah, I don't like her and
right.
She too this or she too that. It's just like to her, like, no, it's just that's just who she is. She accepts who they are.
Right, what she said. Yeah. Do you if you, like you said, if you don't want to be all up in everybody's business and you know, or somebody's not for you, just do you. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to what I'm trying to say is, do you if people don't want to be around you, people don't whatever, or you don't really want to be around people, do you be okay being by yourself? Because at the end of the day, nobody is really completely by themselves, you know. And I understand because she has a lot of siblings, so for her it's probably like, why do I need a whole bunch of friends? I have people.
What she said.
I already have people. I have we have a big family. Like you have people. You be all right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you don't worry about being a part of the crowd and being a part of everything going on, and like you said, being a part of trying to put other young ladies down, or trying to, for whatever reason, you know, they might fight or have, you know, whatever little beefs and whatever little stupid petty stuff.
Oh, what you said?
High school girls get into, just
What she said? Yeah. Let me see what else the children do you. I don't know. Just it's the children just do you. Like the only thing that is exactly the words that I say to my children. You know, do you? Don't worry about what's popular. Don't worry. Stand up for what's right. That's something else I can say. I think all my children have been in a situation where they stood up for somebody else because just, you know, the person was maybe being bullied or being talked about. You know, stand up for what's right. Don't join in just because don't be a follower, basically.
What she said. That's basically what I was trying to say too.
Yeah, no. Like that's whack. Now I don't know about the boys. They follow behind some stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, they're respectful. Even my, son that was, got into his little trouble in a group home. Every time I talk to counselors, they be like, he is so respectful. He's such a respectful young man. Mom, I know he does. I know it was his choice. I know he wasn't raised like that. So respectful. And, they never, you're just doing you. Now, like I said, can't say it for the boys, but for the girls. Like, for instance, my 5-year-old, she was like, oh, can I get braces? I was like, for what? You don't need braces. She's like, all the popular kids have braces.
What?
I was like, oh, we don't do popular over here.
Right, what she said.
We don't do that. We do not worry about popularity over here. We doing us. You gonna do you. You don't need no braces. Don't be doing nothing that make you gonna have to need them. They hurt.
Yeah, it's hard because children, they don't quite know. For them, especially a 5-year-old, everything is important.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize yet that, man, like you said, you don't need to look like everybody else to fit in. You don't need to be like everybody else to fit in and to be yourself. Like, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. That's funny. I need braces. No, baby.
All the popular kids have braces. I'm like, what?
We don't do that now. I didn't do that either with my daughters, and they I love how they don't. even though sometimes they do, which I get because they're young. When you're young, you're gonna do certain things that everybody else is doing, but
Right.
it's not. They're not breaking their necks and breaking down trying to be like and do what everybody else is doing.
What she said.
If they like something, they like it. If they don't, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So, I absolutely love that about them.
Yeah. What she said. What she said. Well, that's it. I guess that ends it. Jenna's sitting there looking at me like, why wasn't I a part of this? Start acting up at the end. But this has been What She Said right here on redmediaradio.com. I'm your host, Latif, also the owner of Anaj Health and Beauty, and you can find me on Facebook at INOJ Health and Beauty. I'm also the inventor of What She Said, the card game. The card game for women, about women, invented by this woman. This game is getting a name for itself. It's getting a name for itself, and I'm very proud of it. Women are enjoying it. You can find it on Facebook. Full game, everything, all the pieces, everything. And you can also find me on YouTube at Inside Out Beauty by Jupiter and Seven, where I give some inspiration once a week, and also about the Anaj brand. And we have Miss Janice, co-owner of Student Apparel.
Love yourself, be yourself, find your business. You can find Student on Google, social media, on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel where you can find how our things are made, our latest products, all things student, and at www.stuenxproducts.com. Of course, you can find me right here Saturday 7 p.m. for What She Said on redmediaradio.com, and then check us out on Thursdays for the youth. Check us out on Thursdays on YouTube.
Sorry, because I forgot it. I don't know how I always do, but I do. All right, everybody. Well, until next week, this has been What She Said.
Yep, what's good? I'm Red.
And I'm Latif.
And listen, guys, you already know the deal. We're on YouTube right now. We're doing a thing on YouTube. Listen, make sure you subscribe to our channels. We're going to actually put all the stuff that you need to subscribe. But most importantly, make sure you comment.
Yeah.
Let us know how the hell that we're doing here on YouTube. I mean, I'm excited. How do you feel?
I am excited.
We've got a bunch of shows coming up. We've got the motivational files. We've got What She Said. That's still always the standard. We've got Mondays and Fridays. We do motivation to get you through either the weekend or the week. The week is sometimes cray-cray.
Yep.
The week is definitely sometimes cray-cray. But we definitely want you to be a part of what it is that we are doing right here on YouTube. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Because you know what? It gets better. Yeah. Every video that we put up, it gets better, baby. Listen, I've got nothing else. I just need you to do one thing. What the hell was that? I don't know what the hell that was. Anywho, it's time for me to go.